And it looks like our first race is on Dragon Driftway, so we'll see. I think this might be a track that might show a skill differential. There's a really cool streamless cut that you can basically jump over the gap on one of the turns here, and it's really cool to see. But it is very, very difficult to do.
Yeah, this one is on the lower end of my favorites, just because I love the design and how unique it is. I'm not a fan of the very difficult turns.
It looks like nobody went for that cut. I guess they might think that it might be too risky for them.
Yeah, they probably. It's a little early in the game. I guess they're just trying to find out which position they're going to have to fight for the most.
Yeah, I would think that they're just trying to test the waters a bit because it is the start of lap 1. You can get bummed, and a lot of times in online races, cool cuts that you can do easily in time trials are a lot harder to do because you have to contend with other people that you might bump into or getting hit by other items.
That's right. You also have to deal with potential lag, which may not be great. Oh, Bowser unfortunately getting hit with a banana. Red team is getting hit by a bunch of items.
Yeah, ooh, that's rough. They have 2 second place, 5th place, 6th place, and 7th place. That is very
That
rough.
dry Bowser and that Waluigi were getting bullied.
Ooh, and blue team pulled shock. That's even worse for red team.
This is looking very good for blue team. They have first through third, while also having 8 to potentially gain shock. I guess they are going for bagging on this track, which is very interesting.
Yeah, that strategy actually worked for them because this King Boo in the back is still bagging. But I mean, it is lap 3. I think you might want to keep going at this point. I mean, that King Boo in 8 was definitely getting last. You're way too far behind.
Absolutely. At that point, you just kind of accept it and just keep trying to go for the items that you need to get. Red team is still just in the middle of everything, 3rd through 6th.
Yeah, if they can if they can hit like that King Boo player in 2nd, then they might be able to do well. Oh wait, no. Oh,
Blue taking 1st and 2nd. What a really good comeback.
Well, that is a good top 2 for blue team, but they also got bottom 2. So we'll see how this. Did red team actually? Oh, blue team won.
Blue team gets.
So I guess top 2 is a top priority for them.
Absolutely, top 2 is essentially just what you need to get the most points, because getting 1st place gets you 10 points and 2nd gets you 8. That alone is very crucial in determining what
Was it 10
happens.
points for 8 players?
Yes, so it's 10 points for 1st, 8 for 2nd, and I don't really remember what everything else is except for the bottom is first is only 1 point, and 7th is 2 points.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense because in the games that do have 8 players, that I believe that point distribution is roughly the same. Because if it was a 12-player room, I believe it is 15 points for first, if I'm correct.
I believe that's correct. 15 points.
All right, so we have the Toad back there going for coins instead of taking the tightest lines. And I actually like this play because coins in this game increase your top speed, so it might be a risk versus reward. And I believe that if you're not hit, at least if you're not hit out and lose your coins, you will eventually go faster than everyone else in the room, and that might work out really well for your team.
This is a really good course to teach you just...
Yeah, and as I said, the Toad in 1st place has 10 coins, so they're at maximum speed, and it looks like...
King Blue took a really good shortcut there.
Yeah, and that too. I don't know what the heck is going on in the back. There's a ton of people back here, what the heck?
Looks like blue team is sandbagging, and it seemed to have been successful. They got the shock off.
Yep. Once again, this tactic sure is working well for them. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I agree with the way that they're bagging because because the King Boo player is so far behind that there's no chance that one of their teammates is not going to be getting last.
It is a very risky decision to simply.
There's another method of bagging where like you can use the really good power items that you get in the back to catch up. So I think that you'd start catching up once you pull the shock, or you at least stay a consistent distance away from the pack, far back enough to be able to pull the shot, but close enough that you can possibly make a play for like a spot that's higher than last.
Red seems to be taking a huge amount of space towards the bottom of the leaderboard. Blue team getting first, third, and fourth, but it's not over yet.
Wait, no, King Blue's in second now. Oh, and they pull a mushroom.
Takes the mushroom.
And they got top two again.
Second for blue team.
That is a winning race for blue team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it looks like they did even better now that one of their teammates didn't get second to last. And it is 44 to 34.
A 10-point difference. That is so much better than the previous game. Blue definitely has a shot, and I think we will most likely be seeing a third set.
Yeah, if this continues, it looks like it's going to be going to round 3.
Yeah, if it does, I'm interested to see if they're going to keep doing the sandbagging technique or if they're going to just keep going with just playing, I guess, normally.
And I wonder if red team's going to have somebody on their team try to pull a shot for them to see if they can try to mess with the blue team's strategy. We'll see what happens.
It's a very interesting strategy for two teams to sandbag. And it often doesn't really work out because they both keep fighting over the same boxes and same position. But it looks like we have Wario's Goldmine. That's a really good track.
Yeah, this is a lot of straight lines here, so I would assume a high-speed build like that King Boo standard ATV build would be really good on this track.
Absolutely, just kind of helps you get a little further, a little faster.
But if the King Boo player does not have that many coins, they're still going to get outsped by that Dry Bowser player, because that King Boo player has 6 coins and the Dry Bowser player has 10, and it looks like that King Boo player now has 3. Oh, and that's rough. The low acceleration of that combo is really not helping him out there.
Right.
Oh, nice star dodge from the King Boo player.
Absolutely. And it looks like some red members fell down.
But we still got that Dry Bowser player repping first place for the red team.
Yeah, first and second. Unfortunate for the yellow Yoshi to drop all the way down to 7.
Yeah, if the red team can clutch first and second, then they win this race in terms of points. They might be able to make a comeback still.
Yes, if red team just has to make like a pretty big comeback in the next couple of tracks, and they should be back on track.
All right. Oh, they have bottom. Blue team has bottom 2, 4th place, and 2nd place. But the King Blue in 2nd place is trailing that red shell, and they're reading first place out. Ooh, and the combo play. Oh wait, it looks like the red team's trying to make a play for coming back. Oh, and they hit
red
the King
team
Blue
takes
out.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th. A great area to be in. Looks like they got 1st and 2nd also.
Yeah, they have top 2, and they have 4th and 5th place. That's huge for them.
4th is just right behind 3rd also. But 3rd has a single red shell for defense. Not terrible, especially because you can use that for offense.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the strategy of bagging on this track. This is a definite runner.
As we can see with the blue team's sandbagger, it is not really going well. They have been trying so hard for so long. That red team has finished 1st and 3rd and 4th. Very high positions for red team, taking the top spots while also just getting a little bit more points that's needed to stay in the running. It looks like we've got a 1-point difference now.
1 point. Yeah, that was not a good race for the blue team.
That was a really good comeback for red team. As we
a huge boot for the blue team's chance of coming back in this event.
That's right. Red team seems to know that blue team is trying to sandbag, and they seem to be playing a little bit more aggressive as a result. Because if they get shock, it can be like all over instantly.
I really like the call of the red team to not send another bagger back there, especially on a track like Wario's Goldmine, where you get hit once, you basically cannot come back unless somebody pulls the shock.
And shock is not as valuable because there's no like major jumps or whatever upset the players even more.
Oh, and it looks like race 4, we got the good old, another Wii track, Wii Moo Moo Meadows.
Love Moo Moo Meadows, one of my favorites.
Yeah, people who hate this track, I respect your opinion, but I really like this track for some reason. I don't know why. It's just nice, relaxing, pleasant to play on.
Counterpoint, the cows.
Yeah, those cows are awful.
Looks like red team's getting a pretty good first start. Blue team also scrambling in right with them. So very close at the beginning. And we'll see how that pans out as more people get more items and play a little bit more aggressively. Blue team seems to be getting hit by a couple items.
Yeah, this isn't... Oh, it looks like the King Boo players in last place is still doing the same strategy.
Right. It's a little weird to still be doing that. Not really on this course, but just in general.
Ooh, and a bomb from... The Dry Bowser gets bombed in second to last. You hate to see it. I tend to get green shelled at the line when I'm like already doing poorly, and that really doesn't sit well with me.
Right. Blue team kind of taking up the middle spots. Not a terrible position to be in, but still trying to sandbag to go for anything. Still can't find anything to help them.
Oh, red team has top 2. If they can keep this, then they automatically just win the race.
That's right. If they keep this, then they will be higher up in the points. Looks like they lost those positions to
Oh,
blue
yeah.
team.
Okay, I think this might have worked out for them,
But
for the blue team.
Looks like
but they
blue team just lost the.
Red team has 2, 3, 4.
That's even better for red team, honestly. I think that's what they just needed.
Oh, and they start out with one of the blue team members. 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe.
Yes,
that
is really
rough.
good.
Yeah, I think that's a winning race for red team.
I think, yes, I believe red team is now in the lead, and I guess we'll see.
Yeah, this is definitely a winning race for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-point lead for red team.
An amazing comeback for the red team.
This ain't over yet.
No, it's still not over. We still have 2 more games to play for this set. And it's still, blue could just as well play as, they did at the beginning of the last track. I think it's still really anyone's game. All they have to do is, I guess their best strategy right now is to not focus on sandbagging, no matter what track, even if it's good for sandbagging, just because they need to fight for those middle positions more, or fight for the top spots a little more.
Well, I sort of disagree with that play, because if a bagging track is picked, I believe that the way that you bag should change. Like, I wouldn't recommend hanging out in the bag all the time. Like, you need to keep up with the pack somewhat, but you need to be far enough away to pull the good items to help your team out.
Right.
Alright, so we got a 5th race on Toad Harbor. A lot of base game tracks, not a lot of DLC today in this match.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I haven't gotten as much DLC when I hit random either. But it looks like red team, not the best start, however, one of them is in first for now.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't very long. Blue team just kind of needs to focus.
Ooh, whoever threw that banana sniped the King Boo player in the tight section. That was a really good play.
A very good play. Looks like blue team doesn't have that many offensive items to help them, nor defensive items. Blue team now with a couple speed items to help them just kind of get those shortcuts and catch up to the rest of the pack.
And it looks like blue team is still doing the same strategy. Again, I don't know how I feel about this, because that guarantees that you're going to be getting, one of your team members is going to be getting last.
Right, and you need all the points you can get to remain with the red team.
Yeah, so it looks like they have top 3. Red team has top 3. That is very good for them, because like if they can have this, it's going to be very hard or maybe even impossible for blue team to come back after this.
Right, blue just has to kind of hope they get a blue shell or just a shock at this point.
If that Dry Bowser player is also bagging, I like this. Oh, blue team pulled shock. That might change things.
That might really help the blue team. Yeah, now blue team has second and third. pretty close to first also. Yoshi hits the nice double items.
Waluigi's still in first, though. Oh, but I pulled a coin. That no defense. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, did the red shell pass? I don't know. Maybe that red shell passed. Oh, no, but they have first place now.
That was hard to tell.
They have top 2. If they can get this, then they win.
They have first through third.
Then they win this race.
Blue has first through third, but looks like they have a blue shell coming for them, or a red shell.
Dry Bowser going on this path, on this track. I would not recommend that. It's way slower than going on the bottom path.
Right.
Oh, Yoshi steals first place!
Oh, wow. A very good move by red team. Unfortunate for blue team, only taking second, third, 7th, and 8th. That was a very risky play right there.
All right.
Let's see how that panned out for them.
Oh, that was a winning race for red team.
Yep, it's still
11-point lead. It's still not over though.
That's right. It's still, once again, it's still anyone's game until the very end of this next course.
All right, what's the final course going to be?
I'm hoping it's a DLC track. We just haven't seen many of those, and I think we could still.
Yeah, I'd love to see a DLC track.
Yeah, they're all. I really like them all. Well, most of them. But it's nice to just shake some things up.
Imagine if it was another Wii course, if you like DK Summit or something.
That would be funny, but it's a DLC course, so I'll let it pass. I'll let it slide.
I think the last course is Rock Mountain.
That would be funny.
Oh, wait, is it actually Rock Mountain?
It is.
It's Rock Mountain. Let's go. I love this course so much. Alright, I believe this one is a bagger. I've played this track so much on 200cc. I love it so much. It's really rewarding to play. If you grind it out a lot, you can get pretty close to the world record.
Looks like red team got several items through that exchange. And taking several of the top spots, blue remaining towards the back.
Oh, Yoshi decides to trick off that pipe. I don't know how I feel about that.
Really good positioning for red team, taking first, third, and, well, now last and 7th. But still, blue team is dominating towards the middle. They just need to keep going for the top spots, and they should be okay.
Yeah, and it looks like is the King Boo player? It looks like the King Boo player is not doing the bagging strategy anymore.
No, it looks like they have come to terms with just needing to get.
I believe taking the pipe on the right side is a lot faster than doing that.
I believe so
strategy.
Too. That's why Drow Bowser probably did that for a reason, and it looks like it might have paid off, despite still being in last. But.
All right, and it looks like we got blue team might actually come back from this.
Yeah, blue team.
They have first, third, and 4th and 5th place. If they can get like top 3, I think they might be able to win this event.
Yeah.
So we shall see what happens.
Unfortunately, no defensive items for first place. Second place has more than enough, and decides to take the risky pipe route, which seems to have paid out in their favor. Now, first and second have some really good defensive items. It looks like red is going to have to play very aggressively to take those spots back. Unfortunate for blue, they also have 6th and 8th place. They should probably try to fight more towards the middle.
Look at this. This is a huge cut. This is why this is a bagger. You can use 3 mushrooms to cut off all this track, but I think okay. I believe you can cut off more than that if you space your mushrooms out correctly. Oh, the snipe from the Dry Bowser!
Very good. Indeed, ready to, especially with the ghost ability.
But blue team still got first place.
Blue team got first, but I don't think that's enough. Unfortunately, they have gotten first, 4th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah, and red team got 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. So we shall see what happens. I believe that's a win for the red team. That is game. That's
game.
GG's.